What's going on, people? Welcome to another video. Codename loveone, Reflex. I wanted to play you this little clip and shed some light on this. I don't pretend to know every single meaning of every single word. However, there's something inside me that is screaming at this video, and I'll break it down for you. So these people, and I'm not talking about this woman at all, by the way. This has got nothing to do with her. She's just playing a clip of a video to show something, and it's the clip of the video that I wanted to talk about. So this is about an alchemical process. These stories, these biblical, allegorical stories. I'm gonna say, this is what I'm gonna say. There was no Moses. There was no I know for a fact there was no historical Jesus. So I'm going to say there was no historical Moses. These are not historical figures. These are fictional characters representing either archetypes or something else. Like, for instance, Jesus is your higher consciousness. Yeah? The sacred secret secretion. These are all related. Once you know that, these stories make sense. And listen to these people describing it. They're literally lost in the wilderness. Have a listen. Now, I'm not talking about this woman at all. Forget the woman. I'll play the clip.
Industrial scales.
Temples were refineries. That's where they refined the gold. They took the raw gold and changed the structure so that they'd have plenty of it to supply the priests and pharaohs of the country.
As a pharaoh, Moses would have known all of the secrets of the priests and pharaohs. Moses would have known all about the bread of life, made from the white powder of gold. The Egyptians called the powder mufkut, but they knew it was no ordinary mineral. Mufkut means what is it?
Right, so let's go back a little bit here. It's talking about white powder and alchemy and all this kind of stuff. White gold, blah, blah, blah.
Central America, Egypt, the ziggurats in Mesopotamia. All of the evidence is there. But it's only been within about the past 100 years that we've had the technology and or the knowledge to know anything about it. We're still pulling ourselves out of the dark ages.
The Egyptian pyramids were designed to produce chemicals on an industrial scale.
Temples were refineries. That's where they refined the gold. They took the raw gold and changed the structure so that they'd have plenty of it to supply the priests and pharaohs of the country.
As a pharaoh, Moses would have known all of the secrets of the priests and pharaohs. Moses would have known all about the bread of life, made from the white powder.
Right, so first of all, Moses would have done this, Moses would have done that. Right, there was no dude walking around called Moses. Yeah. Oh, but it says in the Bible, yeah, it says a lot in the Bible. These are stories. And within the stories are truths. Okay? Idiots have taken them literally and historically. And that is where they get lost. So he's talking about the bread of life. Well, once you know the meaning of the words, Bethlehem, the house of bread. Okay? Manna from heaven. The manna from heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Well, what could bread mean? It's not what you think it is. It's not a fucking piece of white wheat-based food. These all cleverly, very cleverly, contain truth. Give us this day our daily bread. So the daily bread that we are asking for from God, who is our brain, God is your brain. The daily bread is the CSF, the chrism, the Christos, the Christ seed, the oil, the cerebral spinal fluid, which when ignited alchemically is crucified at the base, at the cross, is crucified on the cross. The crossing over points, yeah? The crossing over points of the Ida and the Pingala, the twin serpents, the sexual energies, the Kundalini and the Kundabuffer, yeah? Up and down, the male, female, Ida and Pingala, where they cross over at the top of the spine, at the 33rd vertebrae, where they cross over, the crucifixion takes place. And that manna from heaven is then multiplied 1,000 times and is turned into an illuminated, it's then sent up to the land of milk and honey, the pineal gland and the pituitary gland, sent up there and crucified, and illuminates the initiate, and one becomes an initiate, an initiated being, okay, chosen one, anointed, a Messiah, one of the 144,000. You see? You see? Anyway, let's carry on listening to this clip.
Powder of gold. The Egyptians called the powder mufkut, but they knew it was no ordinary mineral. Mufkut means what is it? But literally translated, the hieroglyph reads spirit, fire, stone. Part magic.
Spirit, fire, stone. So I wonder what the stone could be. Yeah? These, the cornerstone, the stone that the builder rejected. Yeah, the stone is probably the pineal gland. And you've got fire in there too. Yeah, magic. This is explaining something that's going on inside you, and these people are looking outside, thinking that the Egyptians were mining monoatomic gold, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying 100% categorically that that's not true, but what I'm saying is that these stories are telling you about a process going on within the head, the heavens. Jerusalem, the place from which all light emanates. Well, what's that? That's the pineal gland.
Part precious mineral. Manna in Hebrew is also translated as what is it?
Bread of life, manna from heaven. The manna from heaven. Give us this day our daily bread of life. Yeah? What is it? These people think it's talking about something external, like some external alchemical, lead into gold type chemistry experiment. Well, it is in your body, in the furnaces. The fire is the spirit, and these quite clearly all tie in to the same process.
Manna, miraculous edible substance that God provided for the Israelites during their travels in the Sinai.
Right, God provided for the Israelites. This is an allegorical story. So God, your brain, provides manna from heaven, yeah, to the Israelites. Now, that Israel doesn't mean what you think it is. Israelites is not talking about a tribe of people. It's not. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but it's something, Israel means something completely different to what you think it is. I've forgotten right now. Something to do with the head. It's the head.
And it was stored by Moses in the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, well, look, it was stored by Moses in the Ark of the Covenant. Well, what's the Ark of the Covenant? Where do you think that could be? Quite obviously, it's in the brain, the Ark.
Okay, you guys have to. This is the first time that I've used those.
So, these videos, nothing to do with this lady. That video is quite rightly describing a physiological process. but then they're seeking externally for the answer, like, oh, well, it must mean a physical, you know, a material. They must be mining gold with the pyramids, and what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not going to say what the pyramids are for exactly. There's lots of theories. I don't know 100%. Find me someone that does know 100%, and if they do, why haven't they come out and told everyone this is why it is? Well, we don't know. We don't know. I say we. I don't know 100%. There's lots of theories, ley lines. You know, there's the power plant thing. There's the healing aspects and the earth energies. There's all kinds of different things, and then you've got all the mainstream science bullshit about, oh, it's a tomb and the pharaohs and blah 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 and whatnot. You know, so my point is, when you know something, you just know it, and I know when I'm listening to those stories what they mean, and they're not what you think they mean. It frustrates me that the narrator, the people passing these stories on, are not telling you what it means. It doesn't mean what you think it means. It's not a dude called Moses walking around fucking Egypt. Egypt is not what you think. Again, the term Egypt means something completely different. These words are coded, like the Nile River and all that, you know, the flowing. Egypt is your body. Out of Egypt. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, I could do a more in-depth video and like literally explain each word. But yeah, just a short video about manna from heaven and the truth.